It's January and it's my favorite time of year because it's when my financial statements from the previous year come in the mail or into my inbox. And I'm going to show you the very first thing that I do when I get my financial statement. I calculate my simple annual rate of return on that investment. Hey everybody, welcome back to Drawbridge Finance. My name is Levi Woods and this is an opinion channel about money. Today we are talking about how to calculate your simple annualized rate of return on your investment statement. Unfortunately, many of these are designed to be completely confusing. Of these 6 statements, only 3 of them show the return on investment as a percentage, and they all show it in different ways. Unfortunately, for the accounts that don't show this return on investment in percentage, we're going to have to calculate it. If there's been no contributions, it's really easy to get the correct ROI. You guys are probably wondering why I want this information. It allows for a direct comparison without including dollar values. So I can really see the performance of in any individual account. This RSP that's locked into these mutual funds is really ill performing and has been for a long time. My average is 2.1%. And unfortunately it's locked in. I can't do anything with it. But I know at least that my other portfolios that I prefer to invest in, my dividend stocks and options, are performing a better return. You can also use it to compare to the American indexes. So if we look at the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ, we can see that they had spectacular years in 2017. We can see that really only one of my accounts was able to keep up with the performance of the rest of the markets. These other ones were sadly lacking. A word of caution, if there's been contributions into the account in 2017, you won't be able to accurately calculate the return on investment because the investments will have gone into the account at a specific time and date. What we're going to do is get kind of a generalized return on investment over the whole year so that we can kind of get close for comparative analysis. Okay, let's get at this. This is a 3-step process. The first step is to find 3 different values on your statement. The first value is going to be the dollar amount value on January 1st, 2017. We will call this January value. The second number we need to find is the dollar amount contributed during 2017. We're going to call this contributions. The third value we're going to look for is the dollar value on December 31st, 2017. We're going to call this December value. The fourth value we require is called the adjusted initial investment. We're going to use a formula that adds the January value to the contributions to equal the adjusted initial investment value. In this example, the value on January 1st was $5,000. The contributions in 2017 were $2,400. The value on December 31st was $8,000. We're going to calculate the adjusted initial value by adding the January value of $5,000 to the contributions of $2,400 to equal $7,400. After we've written down the adjusted initial value, it's really easy to calculate the ROI. Using our calculator, we enter the December value, in this case, $8,000. We then subtract the adjusted initial value, which is $7,400. We hit enter on our calculator, giving us $600. And we divide this $600 by the adjusted initial value of $7,400, times this by 100, and we're left with the result of 8.1. Let's take a look at an example of a really bad annual report. This particular one is 12 pages, 4 of which contain absolutely no information. Completely ridiculous. I have 2 accounts with this company. One of them showed my return on investment over the year, and one of them did not. So I'm going to have to calculate this out. If we look at the first page, we see some of the information we're looking for. There's actually 2 accounts with this company. So the first one is the NRSP. The second one is the RRSP. So 2 different accounts with 2 different values. So the top line has our January 1st and our December 31st. And our bottom line has the January 1st and December 31st of the RRSP. So I'm going to have to dig a little bit further. Here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the value of the plan January 1st. We're going to have the contributions. We're going to add those together. So our adjusted initial value is going to be the January plus the contributions. So 10,200 plus 2,400. So our adjusted initial value is going to be $12,600. Now we're going to calculate our ROI, or return on investment. So we're going to take December. We're going to subtract the adjusted initial value, then divide by the adjusted initial value and times it by 100. 13,664 minus 12,600. Hit enter, divide by 12,600, times that by 100, and you get 8.44%. Now, as I said before, these are not completely accurate results. If we look, this particular form shows that my actual return on investment in this account was 8.9%. The number that I generate, this 8.4, will always be slightly lower than your actual return on investment using this method. Let's take a look at the other account. The RSP is a little bit simpler to calculate because there was no contributions, but we're still going to look at the adjusted initial value anyways. We'll take the January value of $46,340, we'll add the contributions, which in this case are $0, and we get an adjusted initial value of $46,340. Then we'll calculate the ROI. We take the December value, $47,994, we subtract $46,340, which is from the adjusted initial value. We hit enter, then we divide by 46,340, times that by 100, and we're left with 3.57%. You'll also note that this, because there was no contributions, it's exactly the same as the paperwork presented by the company. I also have to say this is an utterly pathetic return on investment, 3.57%. We should be getting at least 7% per year. In 2017, we had an amazing year in the stock market. This portfolio should have performed way better than 3.57%. Remember, it really helps my channel if you leave a like or a comment below. Thanks so much, everybody. Let's get rich together.